after 700 chapters, Naruto has finally become Hokage, and that really was nice to see, because, it's the goal that he's aspired to obtain for the whole series, and to see him actually be Hokage, that was cool. That was nice to see. Um, these last two chapters, I did enjoy them. However, they were rushed, and I have mixed feelings on it. Um, I'm not really too, because the ending was rushed, insanely rushed. I can see that, but I'm not really too pissed off about it, because I know there's gonna be like a whole Naruto project, right? I mean, there's gonna be a movie. I'm sure there's gonna be like a chain of movies, explaining what happened in that period of time. When Kakashi was Hokage, Sasuke on his journey on a mission, fucking, Naruto developing a lot more, you know, steps to becoming Hokage and whatnot. So we'll get that from the movie. And the rest of it we'll get in the part 3. Yes, I did hear about it. And I don't know, because I've heard many people say that, oh, it's not going to be written by Kishimoto. And I heard other people say, oh yeah, it's going to be written by Kishimoto. And someone who I know says, like, yeah, it's going to be written by Kishimoto. So I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be written by Kishimoto or not. If it is, then yeah, I'll definitely read it. Will I review it? I don't know. Probably. If it's written by Kishimoto. If it's not, then I'll do it first impressions and then sayonara. But yeah, if it is written by Kishimoto, which I'm gonna go with everyone in that, it's gonna be. I'm gonna go in that crowd and say that yeah, it's gonna be written by Kishimoto. So it's gonna be a mini series though. So that should be cool to see, wrap everything up quite nicely. Now, this is obviously double review, 699 and 700. I did my live reaction to chapter 700 yesterday. It is right here. You cannot see the buffalo hat because I have misplaced it. Oh, it's right here. Not gonna wear it though. Hot. Fuck. Okay. So, I'm not really going to talk too much about 699. I'm really going to dwell more into 700 since there is more interesting stuff to talk about. But I'll talk about 699 for a little while. It's basically just dispelling the infinite Tsukiyomi, just wrapping everything up after the war, more or less. Rushed. Yeah, it was Sasuke's internal monologue the whole entire time. Basically what he said last chapter, Naruto saved him, we're gonna have to go through a lot more tougher things down the road and whatnot. So, just key things that I saw in this chapter. Neji's funeral. Neji, the only guy who died in the war. You know what, like, I don't like it when characters are revived, but you see, I have a bias towards Neji because he was my favorite character at the time, pre-Shippuden, because he didn't really do anything in Shippuden, sadly. But I was kind of just pray to Nar Jesus that he would come back to life. Like, if you're gonna revive anyone, Neji, please. But no, they didn't. Which, it kind of sucks because it's like fucking Neji, the only guy who died. I mean, I'd be fine with it if more people died, but just Neji died. I know Shikamaru and Ino's dad died, but still, Neji. Fuck. I'm not even gonna go into that. I'm fine with it now because revivals can suck at times, but it's fucking Neji, dude. And going in further, see Kakashi's face on the freaking Hokage statue faces. He's the 6th Hokage, or was the 6th Hokage, okay. And, Hashirama DNA, it solves everything, right? And one thing that was really cringeworthy was, like, Sakura, like, take me with you. No. Fuck off. And, Sasuke did the Itachi thing, so I guess. Oh, one thing I want to notice. Sasuke, he was inconsistent in the first part of the chapter, because remember in last week's chapter, 698, he said that, oh, he doesn't accept anyone else except Naruto. But in the beginning of the chapter, he's like, Sakura, I'm sorry for everything now. Suck my dick. Like, what the? I don't even wanna. And then, Naruto giving back Sasuke's headband, scratched the end of part 1. So, I mean, that was cool. Maybe some foreshadowing for another fight, when they're much older. So, we should look forward to that in the miniseries. Now, going into 700. It was rushed, and, of course, the part 3 is gonna hopefully tie loose ends, because I mean, while I enjoyed it, it's still like, it was so fast, but I still enjoyed the chapter, don't get me wrong. For what it's worth, I like the ending, but, would have preferred more. And I noticed how the title of the chapter was actually called, I'm not fucking weeaboo, Naruto Uzumaki, and that was actually what the first chapter was called, so that's nice parallelism there. And at the end of the chapter, the very end, we got like, oh, the boy who had the 9-tailed fox sealed within him and defeated the 10th, blah, blah, blah. We kind of got something like that in the beginning of part 1, with, what was it? Explaining how the fox got sealed into Naruto and the 4th Hokage, saved the village. So, I mean, that was cool in that sense as well. So, basically with this chapter, it wrapped up, really, the pairings, basically, and the overall status of everyone. We didn't get to see Orochimaru, which is kind of like, dude, how can you, like, what's Orochimaru doing? Like, that's really what I want to know. Like, there are loose ends that need to be, explained, but I'm sure, again, part 3 will hopefully confirm all that. I noticed that there's technology, which is like, fuck, like, I know this is probably like a 10+ year time skip, but still, how the fuck? Like, there's a freaking city, a flourishing city behind the Hokage statue, so is everyone integrated now, or something like that? Is this, or the name of the village now is what was it? The village of the dancing leaves, or something like that. So I guess that's that. I don't fucking know. So again, pairings. Oh, and also loose fucking ends. Naruto's subplot to Peace. Fuck, you thought we forgot about that? It'll be, again, I don't feel like talking about all the things that need to be wrapped up, because they're probably going to be explained in the future with the movies and blah 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 blah. Let's just talk about the chapter. Pairings. Some of them, or rather most of them, made sense. Like, I'm gonna name some right off the bat. Of course, Naruto and Hinata. I saw the spoiler pictures. Like, I didn't deliberately look them up. It's because people up the freaking ass post these videos like, oh, Naruto not a kid, as if the movie didn't spoil enough. Now you gotta, because I knew what they were gonna look like. I knew the name of Bolt. By the way, his name's supposed to be like Boruto, so it makes more sense in Japanese rather than English. I mean, either way, English or Japanese, I don't really have a problem with the name. Many people do, which you do you. As if the movie didn't spoil enough. And then we have all these YouTubers like, oh no, I got spoiled to it. Well, might as well make a video to spoil everyone else, because if I'm gonna get spoiled, then everyone's gotta get spoiled. You're going down with me. Like, what the f... hate when people do that. I really do. With a manga chapter, it's another thing. I mean, just try not to use the highlight of the chapter as your thumbnail or the title. I mean, I try not to do that, and if I fail at that, then someone let me know, please, please, please. But spoiling something that no one has any knowledge about is just, what the fuck? Because I knew what these kids were gonna look like, which fucking sucks, But whatever. Plus, there was like a whole flurry of like spoiler pages. That was like the whole 700 chapter. So Why you would see, why you would read that, I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Why would you deliberately, if you're mad about the spoilers, then why would you look at the page? Like, I mean, I didn't. I can wait a day for the chat. Okay, fuck. So I get into that. So Naruto and Hinata. Shikamaru and Tamari, which was honestly, I saw it coming from a mile away. I am very pleased with that. That's kind of weird, but it's good that they ended up together. Their child, it really just looks like Shikamaru, but with like Tamari's eyes, and you know, it's basically like Shikamaru. Like, ugh, what a drag. Sai and Ino had a kid, which kind of, it makes sense. I mean, sure, because Ino has a thing for Sai, I guess. Their child, pale like Sai, and I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl or not. What was it? Choji and Karui, which was really random to me, and it's not because of the race thing. I've seen people in many it doesn't take much to bring out the inner racist in people, because I've seen many comments pertaining like, oh, why is Choji, many fried chicken jokes, which is, I mean, in the end it's a joke, but some people are taking it to the largest degree, so it's not because of that. It was just random because we never got any character interaction between Choji and Karui. So I'm hoping the movie, you know, because the movie, it's focused on love, but who's to say that only pertains to Naruto and Hinata? Could pertain to other characters as well. So, I mean, yeah. Now, I did not notice in the beginning of the chapter that was actually Shino. Like, I heard Aburame, I'm like, wait, who? I heard of that name, but like, it's been so long, so some of the characters. But Shino fucking, like, Shino didn't end up with anyone. So, I mean, alright. Who else was it? So, yeah, it was like, you know, she could show people. And who else did we get? But yeah, we have Hinata and her daughter, or Naruto's daughter as well, old sister, visiting Neji's grave. So that was cool. Rock Lee with some kid. We don't know. I don't know if it's the freaking offspring of Rock Lee and Tenten. That's what I was thinking at first, but I mean, Mike Guy, he supposedly, you know, found Lee and he was like, oh, you can't use ninjutsu and genjutsu either. You are now my apprentice or something. So Lee could have done the same thing. Or my guy could be freaking Lee's dad. Like, who knows? If I don't think that's the case, or it would have been mentioned earlier, and if it's mentioned in the next part, then it feel really anticlimactic. Like, oh, by the way, I'm your dad, and you're still irrelevant. So, at Tenten, she's running a shop, which is like, you're selling the fucking tools? Are you fucking stupid? Now, Kiba, there was like a pseudo-translation error within the chapter. At first I thought like, oh, I guess he meant 6th since Kakashi stepped down. But no, Kiba's just like, yeah, the 7th stepped down on his own. So, I'm gonna take his place, right, Akamaru? Oh god, Akamaru, he looks like he's dying, it sucks. And, like, what else? Because I want to talk about everything. Like, I want to drag this out as much as possible, since this is the last manga chapter that I'll be reviewing from the short amount of Naruto videos that I've made. What the fuck else happened? I'm trying to think. Asuma's daughter. I saw boobs, so yeah. We don't know her name, which is kind of like, why wouldn't you say the name? But yeah, she was on an escort mission. You know, she's escorting Kakashi, which makes you believe she looks like she's, say, 16, 17 years old at most, maybe 18. So you figure this may be like a almost 20-year time skip. That sounds a bit excessive, but I think so. It's at least over 10 years. Plus, how could fucking if Asuma's daughter is like fucking 12, how could she escort Kakashi, the sixth Hokage? So I'm guessing it's probably like almost a 20-year time skip. And just seeing, there were two things I want to mention right now. I'll mention Anko first. What the fuck, Anko? We haven't seen you for, like, God, since Orochimaru came back. And here you are, just fatter than me. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, it sucks to see that, but I mean, what are you gonna do? And Might Guy crippled. Fuck, like, God damn it. Might Guy, why? No! God damn it. Guy should have died. Honestly, I don't see why he's still alive. I mean, sure, I like my guy, but still, he would have gone out in a blaze of glory, but here he is crippled, like he can't do anything. Why don't you just slap some Hashirama cells there, call it a day? Unless it only... fucking gives a shit. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? That's pretty much it when it pertains to, like, everyone else and their pairings. Oh, there's one I want to get to at the end, which is like, what the fuck? Abusive! But, let's go to it. Oh, plus we saw Iruka and Konohamaru. Like, I know, I'm kind of dragging this out, but this is the last chapter review, so I kind of want to. Okay. Bolt. He basically wants attention, just like his father. And, you know, he's drawing on the Hokage faces, and, you know, that was funny to see. And Naruto can use the Shushui no Jutsu, whatever the hell I guess that's Hiraishin, or Flying Thunder God, or Flying Raijin, or whatever you call it. The same thing that Tobirama and what's his name? I can't believe I forgot. Minato. Sorry, like, all these characters are so many goddamn people. Okay. But Naruto. It seems like he doesn't really spend enough time with his son, and Naruto acknowledges that, but Naruto also realizes that, yeah, he's the Hokage. Everyone is basically his family, and he can't spend too much, although it sounds cruel, he can't spend too much time with his son because, you know, he's got obligations. Naruto realizes this, and, you know, I'm guessing that he sees that Bolt is just like he used to be, but, you know, shinobi, you have to endure the pain. And, you know, this is gonna make Bolt stronger in the future. This, I guess, pain of not being able to spend enough time with his father. And I'm sure Naruto realizes that, but that's what it means to be shinobi, man. Okay. So Konohamaru is also Bolt's sensei, so, I mean, okay. And now, I know I'm talking about, like, everything, but it's the last chapter, man, come on. Now we get to the shit. I know it was rushed, but for what it was worth, I did enjoy this chapter, but this made me shit-faced. I know in my live reaction, I expected Sasuke and Sakura to have a child. The child, her name is Sally, by the way, like, what the fuck? She looked a lot like Karin, and she has the glasses, so I'm like, no way, please don't tell me that Sasuke and Karin had a kid. That's even worse than Sasuke and Sakura. Although, and I did say this in the live reaction, although Sasuke and Sakura is still irrational, and it is. Sakura should have just been with Rock Lee. Honestly, I mean, that'd be kind of random since Sakura, she hasn't acknowledged Lee and his love for her, the springtime of youth. But really, Sasuke, you said Team 7's like a family to you, so you're fucking your sister. It's just, it's disgusting. Like, I don't even want to, oh, God. Just imagine, out of all the people who, like, oh, these people fucked. Out of all these people, seeing Sasuke and Sakura is just, oh, it's disgusting. So, I'm guessing Sasuke's back in the village, being that this is probably between 10, 20 years. Sasuke's back, I guess, and I guess he's obligated to fuck Sakura right in the pussy. But still, oh God, Sakura, may I remind you that he tried to kill you on multiple occasions. Now, I'll tell you this. If I had a girlfriend, and I'm all alone, if I had a significant other who tried to kill me on multiple occasions, what do you think I would do? I don't care how many years would pass, I'd say, fuck off. And what's Sakura doing? Well, it's shonen. He's a good guy. He's really good. He's sorry for everything that he has done. So, I'm gonna open my legs for him. Like, God damn it, Sakura. Jesus Christ. So, that pairing, although there's many jokes about it, disgusts me the most. Like, it's why. Why would you do that? Sasuke, he actually looks pretty cool. He looks a lot like Madara, and I'm assuming that that the huge strand of hair over his left eye is to hide the Rinnegan, because at the end of 699, he couldn't deactivate it. Like, it wasn't deactivated, so... But in the movie trailer, it's clearly deactivated, so... What the fuck? Now, another thing that's basically foreshadowing for a part 3, even without an announcement for a part 3, Sasuke, he half quarter whatever drew his sword, and you look behind him, he's like, just my imagination. What the hell happened? Like, I have no clue. Okay, now, shit, like, a lot of time spent here, but I'm just like rambling. I'm rambling, so I'm gonna put ramble in the description, so because that's what it is. And you know, now we have Naruto and the rest of the Kage meeting. By the way, fucking Onoki, why is he not dead? He looks like older than Don Shinjao. He's just Jesus Christ, just die already. And we saw Calibri as well, you know, Hachibi, Eight Tails, so that was cool. Again, rambling. Naruto meeting with all the Kage. 5 Kage summon. Alright, go. Go beans, go beans, go beans. Okay. That's basically what they're talking about. Like, who knows? Maybe they're all working together to maintain stability. I mean, that's basically what the Kage summon does, but maybe they're really invested in it, whereas the previous years it's kind of just like, whatever, we're doing our own thing. I'll just use the Akatsuki whenever I want. Well, with this, I guess they're invested in bringing peace, and that freaking metropolis in the background, you know, the village of Dancing Leaves, I'm sure that plays maybe a key role in, you know, the peace subplot of this series. And it basically ends right there, with all the Hokage faces, you know, drawn on, just like how the series started. Naruto's face at the end, and the Nine Tails sleeping. By the way, Kurama, is he back inside Naruto? Like, are the yin and yang sides of Kurama, are they fused together now? Because in that case, Naruto's probably OP as shit now. I mean, he has the Flying Raijin jutsu. God knows how many other jutsu he has. So, because he has like every chakra nature now, right? So, Naruto's fucking OP. That's all I can say. Alright, so that basically ends it. God damn it, this was so fucking long. Uh, review slash ramble. Not really even a review. I'll call it a ramble. Okay. I don't want to go into like the mushy gushy. Like, who knows? Yeah, sure, I'll go into the mushy gushy stuff. Let's make this a half hour. Why the fuck not? Okay. This series it did have an impact on me, and in terms of anime and manga. It wasn't my gateway drug. It was actually, Dragon Ball was the first anime manga I've ever watched, or well, anime that I've ever watched. Naruto was like way down. I think it was like the last of the big three that I've actually seen. Yes, I saw fucking Bleach before Naruto. But I remember first watching Naruto, and yeah, I went into this like 5 weeks ago, but who cares? I'll do it again. I remember just watching Naruto for the first time, and I honestly was hooked because we have this already likable character. Like, you can say what you want about him now, and I'm in that boat of, he kind of, but I still enjoy him to an extent. But just right off the bat, I did enjoy his character and seeing all these different people, all these different techniques. Actually, Katon, I am a nerdjutsu. Okay, but it was just really cool to see, and honestly, it did. And honestly, I took breaks from Naruto a lot, even in part 1, because I remember like the English dub gave me a headache, so I was kind of like, oh, no, fuck this dub. Like, it was bad bad. It was meh in the beginning, but then the English dub did start to get better. Okay, so. But I did legitimately enjoy the series, and I do understand that it did plummet in the beginning of Shippuden. Like, I understand that, but I did enjoy the series as a whole, and I've been with it for not as long as you would think. Almost 2 years, which really isn't that long at all. Compared to a lot of people who have seen it for, God, 10 plus years, or maybe a little lower than that, but still, it doesn't really matter how long you've watched it or read it. Well, who knows? It still has an impact on you when it ends. Like, say you're marathoning a series, be it anything really, and it doesn't really matter how much time it takes you. When it ends, you're like, shit. It's all about the experience, really. And Naruto, it really was one hell of an experience for me. I really did enjoy watching and reading it, and it just left a huge impact on the industry. It really did. And to see it, well, technically go, the main story, it is sad, but it's good that it's ending, because this is a long time coming. In my opinion, it should have ended a really long time ago. Like, I'd say Naruto was supposed to end like 4 or 5 years ago, but that's an entirely different topic on an entirely different video. But for what it's worth, I did enjoy the series. I really did. And again, I'm sure it did inspire a lot of series as well. And with Naruto ending, you're gonna have a lot of people who, and let's be honest, like, Naruto at this point in time, it's the most popular anime aside from Dragon Ball Z. It's the most popular, like, on a worldwide scale. Like, it's insanely popular. So you're gonna have all these people who only watch and read Naruto say like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do? There's no more Naruto. It will maybe act as a gateway for other series as well. So, I mean, that'll be cool to see. Like, we'll get a lot more fans of a lot of different series, and we won't have like a lot of Narutards going like, oh, Naruto is the best. Like, oh, it's over now. What am I supposed to do? Like, oh, watch this or read this or something like that. So again, that's cool. Naruto, it's like a fucking pillar for the industry, basically. And again, even though it kind of went, it did serve as a huge gateway for a lot of people. And just, Jesus Christ, it's just weird to see it go. And, of course, even though, and I've said this in like, I made a video on like how I got into anime and manga. But I do remember when I was younger, and I do regret not watching any of these shows when I was younger. But I did see promos for Naruto a lot, as well as Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. God awful for kids though. But I did see promos of Naruto a lot, like all the time when I was younger. Like it'd be on Toonami. I don't think I ever watched it on Toonami. I'm not quite sure, but just goddamn, to see it go is just really, it's just really weird because it's been around for so long and has brought me so much enjoyment that just to see it go is just that the ending, it's finally here. Well, technically, it's just really weird. And when the anime version, because I'm more experienced with the Naruto anime than I am with the manga, because I've seen a lot more stuff. When I see it in the anime, it's really gonna just stink because been with the anime longer. I'm sure they're gonna add a ton of flashbacks, recapping the whole series. So that'll really suck. Like it seriously will. Okay, I kind of want to end it here. Like that's with my Naruto story, there's nothing much I can really say. I mean, sure, it introduced me to a lot of other series, but it wasn't my first series like a lot of other people. So, I mean, that's that. Okay, so as a whole, these past 2 chapters, I did enjoy them, although I did realize it was rushed as all hell. But, we'll get explanations to all that shit in the future. And, yeah. Weird. I'm gonna wake up next week and not read Naruto. Like, it's just weird. I mean, with this, I should go back to reviewing the Naruto Shippuden anime. Like, I did not forget. It's just the chapters come out on Thursdays now, and I can't do everything on Thursdays because Thursday is my busiest day of the week. I'm busy this weekend too, so it just sucks. But yeah, I wish I could make videos all the time. Can't really do that. I can't do this for a living. I'm not even close. Well, it doesn't matter. The point is, I did enjoy the series, and seeing it go just really sucks. And I plan to make a lot of Naruto type discussion videos in the future, since it technically isn't over. So, off time, I plan on making my my favorite villains video. Not necessarily saying which one is better or not, but I'll say which one's my favorite. I actually have 2 that I really can't decide on right now, but I have to come to a conclusion with that. I actually plan on making reviews for each individual arc of Naruto, which, that's gonna be really tough, but I plan on doing that. It's not gonna come out like consecutively, but over the span of, say, 6 months. Like, who knows? Naruto series overview. I plan on making that December, maybe next month, or maybe Thanksgiving break, probably. Yeah, that's again a video of what I would do differently in the series. My favorite characters video. Maybe a series comparing part 1, part 2, when Naruto really started to decline in quality. All that shit. So, I'm gonna end this video here. As a whole, I've really enjoyed this series, and to see it go really sucks. And top 10 moments, I'll do that as well. Alright, see you guys.